A little bit of rain never kept a good biker down, and we've got a lot of good bikers here today.
Hey, I figured out how to make it rain. All you have to do is bring Bobby and Marshall from Married with Motorcycles. Every time they show up, it pours.
Rains?
But that's okay. It's a good event. We've got Big Apple here, and where do you think she's from?
New York.
New York.
Hey,
how are you doing, kid?
Doing today?
We're quick like that. Big Apple. Yeah. So, first of all, what does BACA stand for?
Stands for Bikers Against Child Abuse. It's an international organization.
Give yourself a round.
Yeah, wow.
Because that's very important.
Most enthusiastic group I have ever.
There you go.
So what do you do?
We basically empower children not to feel afraid of the world that they live in. So you've got children that have been abused, they're in the system, they're going through all these terrible things. We come over, help them out, and make sure that they don't feel like they have to hide under their bed all day because of what happened to them.
And you also do a little protection, too, if necessary.
If necessary. There have been times where some kids have called us up and they're terrified, they can't go to sleep at night. We'll sit in front of their house 24/7 around the clock, rotating shifts, if that's what it takes to help them not feel afraid anymore.
Wow, that's amazing. So you got an event coming up too, by the way.
We do. Our biggest fundraiser of the year, it's the BACA on the Bay event taking place over in Campland, right here in beautiful San Diego. There's going to be games and prizes, and some bike riding is going to go on because, you know, we have
all these guys,
these
poker run,
motorcycle
and a little
things.
poker run.
And it's all to generate money to support what you guys do.
That is correct. The money that we use goes directly to everything for these kids, whether it's a therapy fund, whether it's getting them organized in some kind of sports activity or something that they don't necessarily have the money for. All those things that kind of help build confidence in a child, that's what we use our money for.
And I love the timing of this thing with all this, and I'll say crap that went on in Waco, Texas, and gave bikers a bad name. And maybe, Gunny, you can address this, because in San Diego, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of bikers that do this type of stuff, that do good work.
Absolutely. We've got, I don't know the exact count, but I believe we are well over 75 different motorcycle organizations that are chartered right here in San Diego. And there is not one weekend that goes by, because San Diego is 12 months of riding season. There is not a weekend that goes by that one group or the other is not trying to raise money or awareness for a specific charity in order to do good and give a contribution to society and make this a better place. Right. Absolutely.
And the terrible thing about it is, one of the big issues, turn around, Gunny, this is what they're getting their cases about. It's called colors. It's who you are with and what's your representation. This is a great patch, but in the society, they don't want anybody. I mean, there are restaurants that won't even let these guys come in just because they have a patch on. Not what the patch means. And it's too stereotyped. It needs to be cleaned up.
All right, so if people want to get involved in this next weekend, how do they go about doing it?
All you got to do is visit our website at www.baca.org. I'm sorry, bacaworld.org. Look up our chapter. It's got all the contact information there for you.
And it's free to view. Isn't it free to go to the event?
Oh, it's absolutely free to go to the event. You're only paying for food, or if you want to participate in some of the totally fun activities, which you totally will. But there's lots of other fun stuff to do and see that's not going to cost you a dime.
What's the hours?
It's going on from 10 a.m. until about 6 p.m., whatever time dinner wraps up.
Okay.
All right.
I'd like to, if I may, to point out that this is not strictly a motorcycle event.
Right.
There is events for the adults on motorcycles, and there are games for the kids. So this is a family event and a motorcycle event, and we have an even mix of both. We are looking to appeal across the entire spectrum.
Do you allow cages?
Absolutely.
We might even allow spiders. I don't know.
Oh, look at that guy.
All right, gentlemen, ladies, thanks for coming in. Give yourself another round of applause. We appreciate you coming in. Let's get it out to Brad Perry right now. He's bowling this morning.